Once upon a time, in a peaceful village, nestled at the edge of an ancient forest, there lived a curious young girl named Alara. She was known for her boundless imagination and her love of old stories. Among the tales her grandmother told, none fascinated her more than the legend of the Underground Kingdom, a hidden realm deep beneath the earth, said to be a place of glittering treasures and untold magic. It was said that this mysterious kingdom could only be reached through the echoing cavern, an ancient cave veiled by thick vines and guarded by riddles. The people of the village spoke of it in hushed whispers, warning that those who entered seeking riches never returned. But Alara, with her brave heart and unquenchable curiosity, dreamed not of treasure, but of discovering the truth of the kingdom. One fateful morning, as dawn painted the sky in hues of gold and pink, Alara set off into the forest with nothing but a lantern, a satchel of bread, and her grandmother's old compass. Guided by the stories of her childhood, she journeyed deep into the woods until she stood before the echoing cavern, its mouth dark and foreboding. With a steady breath and a whispered prayer, she stepped inside. The cavern was vast and silent, save for the distant drip of water echoing through its halls. The walls glimmered faintly, as though dusted with starlight, and strange markings adorned the stone. As she ventured further, a deep voice rumbled from the shadows. "Traveler, who dares enter the path to the underground kingdom, answer me this. What is the greatest treasure of all?" Ilara paused, her heart racing. The tales of the kingdom spoke only of jewels and gold, but she thought of her family, her village, and the kindness her grandmother had always taught her. "The greatest treasure," she said softly, "is love and the joy it brings." The cavern shuddered, and the markings on the walls began to glow. "You have answered wisely," the voice intoned. A hidden passage opened before her, and Alara stepped through, descending into a world unlike anything she had ever imagined. The underground kingdom stretched far and wide, illuminated by crystals that shimmered like captured moonlight. Rivers of liquid silver flowed through the streets, and towers of glowing gemstones reached toward the cavern's ceiling. Yet, as beautiful as it was, the kingdom was eerily silent. Not a single soul roamed its glittering streets. At the heart of the kingdom stood a grand palace carved from onyx and gold. Ilara entered cautiously, her footsteps echoing in the vast halls. In the throne room, she found an ancient figure seated on a jewel-encrusted throne. The figure's face was hidden beneath a veil, but their voice was heavy with sorrow. "Who are you, and why have you come?" the figure asked. "I am Ilara, a simple villager," she replied. "I seek not treasure, but to understand the stories of this place." The figure's veil shimmered as they spoke. "Long ago, this kingdom thrived, its people rich not only in jewels, but in laughter and love. But greed poisoned their hearts. They quarreled over wealth, and their bonds of friendship and family were broken. In despair, I, the last ruler of this kingdom, cast a spell to preserve its beauty, but at a terrible cost. The people were turned to stone, their laughter silenced forever. Alara's heart ached for the lonely figure and the tragedy of the kingdom. "Surely there is a way to undo the spell," she said. "No beauty is worth such sorrow." The figure nodded slowly. "There is one way. If a pure heart, untainted by greed, were to offer something of true value, the spell could be broken." Alara thought of her village, her family, and her grandmother's stories. She reached into her satchel and pulled out her compass. the last gift her grandmother had given her before passing. This compass has guided me through life, but it is not my love for it that matters. It is the love of the one who gave it to me. If this can help bring your people back, I give it freely. The figure reached out and took the compass. As it touched their hands, the room filled with a radiant light. The walls shimmered, and a sound like 1,000 bells rang out. The stone statues that lined the streets began to move, their laughter and voices returning as they came back to life. The kingdom's people, once lost to greed, embraced their second chance, vowing to live with kindness and generosity. Alara was offered treasures beyond imagining, but she declined, choosing instead to return to her village with the story of what she had seen and the lesson she had learned. And so, the underground kingdom thrived once more, its tale carried far and wide by a brave girl who knew the greatest treasure of all.